Okay, what am I doing today? I am attempting to make my own pasta sauce. So I have my big roaster because everything's going to be sitting in there simmering all day. So I have a whole bunch of tomatoes that I did get at the store because I don't have a ton on my vines. So hang on. So here are my tomatoes. I also have a bunch of frozen cherry tomatoes that I'm just going to throw in there. And then I'm going to be putting in some carrots, some onions, some zucchini, and I'm going to be putting in garlic and fresh basil, chop that up in there, salt and pepper obviously, some oregano, and we're just going to add some chicken broth and vegetable broth, stuff that I had made last year that was down in the canning room. So we're going to get this going, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get it all together. Now the tomatoes I bought, I'm just going to cut in half and throw them in there. I am not taking the skin off. I am not taking the seeds out. You can make your sauce your way. Some people do that. They blanch the tomatoes and they get the skin off and then they de-seed them. I'm going to use my immersion blender. So honestly, I don't care. I'm just going to throw them all in there. So let me get this going. Okay, so yeah, these are all my tomatoes. I put those little cherry ones in there too. I have this up to about 275 because I'm going to let it sit all day. I'm not going to put in any of the zucchini or any of the carrots or any of that stuff, or I'll probably put the onions in here. And I'm just winging this as I go. I'm going to put the broth in there, and then I'm going to let it slow simmer all day, and then or for most of the day, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to immersion the tomatoes so they're down, and then I'll add in the carrots. My carrots are already cooked because they're canned. And then I'll throw in the basil and all the other things, and then I'll let it simmer for quite a few more hours. So we're going to get this going. Now this is my veggie broth that I made last year. I made it on January, actually not last year, January of 2023. And so put this in for the lid. It's sealed, so I'm going to add that in for my moisture. And I have one thing of chicken broth that I made August of 21. So I did 5 quarts of vegetable broth, 1 quart of chicken broth, and I wanted to show you something really quick. When you open your canning jars, you know you expect to see this. This is just fine, obviously. But when you see this, people start freaking out. This is not mold. This is oxidation from the minerals that are in there. This is completely fine. There is nothing wrong with this. This is not mold. This is not black mold. This just happens sometimes with canning jars. So anyway, hang on. So I'm going to put the lid on this, and we're going to let this simmer. We're going to be doing this video in a couple parts because this has got to sit for quite a long time. I'm going to go get my onions cut up and throw them in on top. And I just have like 10 small onions that I need to use up that I had bought at the store. So I'm going to chop these up and just throw them in there. It's not going to be chopped fine. I'm just going to like big chunks and put them in there. And remember, we're saving our onion skins and ends because we're going to make veggie broth in the future. Okay guys, this is what it looks like, and the liquid is pretty full, so it's going to sit in there.